shovel, or you can snip off a little piece. I have scissors. Come on, Chloe, make up your mind. You need to get that. Shovel or scissors?
Wow, you were prepared for everything. Then I definitely leave the words meant to be. Look at the hues of green in the leaves. Really look at it. It's a natural work of art.
Chloe? Chloe? I'm not prepared for all of nature's checks. Chloe!
Emily, what's happening? Where's the sun? Is this an eclipse? Emily! Emily!
It's Elise, actually. Very pleased to make your acquaintance. Isn't it a magical day?
Yes. Who? What happened?
Let me show you. Quite exciting, isn't it? You fairly flew into me.
I did, didn't I? Sorry about that. What are you drawing? The eclipse?
Why, I'm drawing you hanging off the tail of a meteor. I had a vision of it coming.
Okay.
Where did the meteor land? For I saw it come to Earth and the world did not end. Cotton Mather's book of history of New England witchcraft mentions such sightings. I thought she came from over here.
What's going on? Did I fall into my head? Am I alright?
It wouldn't do to be found out. Master Crane is sometimes fixated on superstition. He'll never let you alone.
Be glad you're not in the schoolhouse, boys. You'll feel the rot on your skin soon enough.
Strange place. Very strange man.
Master Crane? Why, he's our sleep school master.
And your clothes. And kids. Why are you dressed like this? Halloween is still a few days off. And why am I talking to you? I don't know you.
Who's to say what's real? I might be asking you the same question. Look at your clothes and your hair. It must have been singed by that meteor that flew here.
Meteor?
Don't you remember? We're part of the meteor shower. We have them almost every day in the autumn. Visitors often drive people with them, or shooting stars.
That's a very interesting story. Well, once it's said, I need to find my friend and get back to me.
As I said, I'm Elise, and you are?
Chloe Anderson.
Chloe. I like that. It's different. Like you.
It's a soap opera name. My mother's positively addicted to daytime TV.
Soap opera. I don't understand.
That's okay. I don't understand it either. Well, once it's said, I need to find my friend. Enjoy whatever it is you're doing.
I'm drawing. I often draw here after school. The light is perfect in the autumn, isn't it?
Yes, and that drawing, it's very imaginative. A person hanging on to the tail of a meteor.
Why, it's quite accurate, I can assure you. I saw you hanging on for a good life.
Yes, right. I'm leaving you now. This is real now. Bye.
I'm sorry to say we're moving out before the for the present. You'll have to wait for the next meteor shower, or shooting star.
Meteor shower, shooting star. Right.
They happen all the time here at Sleepy Hollow. You won't have to wait very long, a day or so.
I can't wait at all. I'm on a schedule. I'm always on a schedule.
Where did the witch land? For I saw her come to Earth and the world did not end. I have proof. But where is it? By the stone? The very thing. The witch may have landed here and turned herself into a meteor. And then when my back is turned, nay, you'll never get me. You'll never get me.
Now, you must be quiet. He saw you riding now. He's looking for you.
Looking for me? That's ridiculous. I don't have time for this.
Well, you must, and you're not going anywhere for now.
You don't understand. This will mess up everyone's schedule. Emily will be worried and I need to get back to camp.
Why are you in such a rush to leave?
I'm due home. Well, back to nature camp actually. And then onwards to the big city of Hanover.
You're from the real world. I thought so.
We're all from the world.
Yes, but we are in diverse existence. You are from a place that likes to perform in We here at Sleepy Hollow like to simply be. You know that all who has visited this place return to the world has changed?
You know, you seem alright. Odd, peculiar, but okay. And I mean that in that sort of way. Well, I need to be going.
You arrive with a meteor and you will depart
take a deep breath and Good. Now imagine some succulent bacon cooking a few feet away. Let the aroma fill your nostrils. Lift your noses up high. Do you smell it? We will show. Begin on my count. Do I know you? There's something familiar about you. That hair. Could it be? Are you?
Why, Master Crane, I told you about my visiting cousin, didn't I?
Cousin? Good. Maybe. To continue.
Master Crane, Master Crane!
Yes, Master Henry. Rest, cease singing. Master Henry, what were you saying?
I've lost it.
Lost what?
My singing voice, it's gone. I can't find it.
Breathe, man, breathe!
I thought we were supposed to sound like one. Some singing master, just like showing off his own voice. Why? He even jumps off the parson on Sundays.
Is there a problem?
No, Master Crane.
To continue, we have a lot of music to cover.
There's first one down, during practice. You tell me next, mark my words.
Smelling salts, pass the smelling salts.
Did I faint? Again? Too much breathing. It's bad for the body, Master Crane. This is all very strange.
Quiet, we must continue.
I find your views on marriage, Mom, not at all acceptable. If one does not accord marriage in mind, why then one should be content to forego the company of virtuous women.
Joyful, joyful, I adore thee. Let's welcome our soloist, the enchanting Katrina.
There goes our first one. Good evening, Mr. Bones.
Master Crane, I'm sorry I was late for choir practice. I was
Delayed. Who is that? Why do I ask? She's not real. None of this is real.
Katrina, always a belle of the ball and the catch of the town. Master Crane and Master Falcon are the rivals for affection.
I'm so pleased you have arrived, Miss Montassel, and as welcome as whipped cream on a freshly baked chocolate-layered almond cake. Everyone take a short respite. Your voices could use the rest.
Hey, Ron, you still playing, you know what?
Stop, Henry. You don't think we really do that. I mean, we could get in trouble.
Paul, if you're not a good girl, most of what you tell. We're the brave ones that can have a mom and me.
There you go. There. Would you listen to Shameless Recording?
Oh, I agree, Liesl. I definitely agree.
Does he think Samara's the wealthiest girl in town?
Why, I think so, Liesl. I definitely think so.
He thinks not that, Master Crane, but he'll never be one of us.
No, he'll never be one of us.
Why, Master Crane, you do say the most amazing things.
To please you, Miss Montassel, I'm afraid I turned into a quivering mass, but lightly sprinkled dollop of jam when I am with you.
And your constant allusions to food, Master Crane, are quite unmatched.
To please you, Miss Montassel, as a mug of hot spiced cider entices the nose and pleases the stomach. That is my only desire.
Oh, Master Crane.
What is he but a school teacher? And what is his claim to fame? That he has read a book from cover to cover? And what great talent does he do all day but thought over the weekends?
No, he's nice enough, though. He mends fences, gathers wheat. He does try, Liesl. He does try. But he'll never be one of us. He'll always be a strange, wicked other man.
Look at him with Katrina. I should challenge him right here now. No, Brahma. Berkabad is not a foolish man. Indeed, he is smart enough to acknowledge superior might in these matters. Be a good sport for now. Master Crane,
Yes, Master Longron.
may I have a word?
Of course. Excuse me, Miss Montassel.
Oh, Ron's going over Master Crane. Think there's going to be a fight?
A fight? Where? When? Let me in on it. I'm gonna hand combat. That's what I like.
He's done for our poor schoolmasters. He'll never win a duel with Ron Bones. Everyone knows that.
Is your school teacher going to fight? That's not a proper example for children. In my world, the real world, he'd be fighting.
Watch. Master Crane, he has a few tricks up his sleeve.
There'll be no fight. What makes you so sure? It would be the unintelligent thing to do. Margaret, sometimes you're just so observant and to the point. Annoying.
Now, this is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters.
I need to know where you stand, Master Crane.
While with you and all the other fine upstanding citizens of Sleepy Hollow, Master Bronze. Choir, to continue, we have a lot of music to cover.
would you look at that? I'll let you 10 to 5 or I'll be school to get a grade of burn.
If I was brains, you know.
Master Crane,
Yes, Master Palmbronze.
I have an addition required that may interest you.
Indeed, and who might that be?
Why, my dog. My faithful spaniel's the very thing. Mistaken honor and howl rather like this. Ow! Shall I bring him on Sunday?
I do thank you for your cares, but you see, you would have to be rehearsed. I'm afraid I can't accommodate another voice right now, and I take rehearsal very seriously.
As you wish. The man is insufferable. Maybe when I give to double the schoolmaster up and lay on a shelf in his own schoolhouse.
No, Brown. Berthabot is a way of making you look bad in Katrina's eyes.
Now, what charms does he have? That he's read a book from cover to cover? Well, that's nonsense. You have done that many times, have you not?
Why, indeed I have. But I do admit to some peculiarities of my own.
No offense, Washington, but you'll never find me under a tree reading a book. Eleanor's life to be had at every twist and turn.
I agree that reading is not your strong point, Brown. But you will live life, and I will write it down. That keeps us friendly. Be a good sport for now.
Very well. I'm not just a hair of that undersized head of it. But Washington, you better watch that he doesn't come into my path again.
Come on, then. Must we deign to be part of the choir?
And I think we shall bring Paul and Henry along with us.
What are you thinking?
Why, of fun and frolic. What else is there?
Don't lie to him, Ichabod. He just likes to hear himself speak.
Full of life he is, our neighbor Brown Bones. No, I don't mind him at all. Not a whit. Choir! Well, I've lost 4 of my choir.
Don't fret. We can't rehearse without them.
No, we can't. They are my altos, my bass line. Without them, rehearsal is a sermon chart without the cross.
Does the food answer all of your thoughts, Master Crane?
There he goes, recording and sparking again. Only never rehearse. You know, I'm not sure that being a singing master and a schoolmaster is a proper occupation for a man. Paying him by giving him room and board? I'm asking him later in wage.
Not proper at all. But still, he does watching up.
He does?
Yes, and he entertains the wee ones. Where are you going?
Master Crane is dining with us tonight. I must make ready.
Is it dinner time already?
It certainly is, Grant. It certainly is.
Should we tell Master Crane?
He seems preoccupied. His stomach will no doubt come in time. He's famous for his stomach, you know. You know, Grant, he's nice enough, but he'll never be one of us.
No, he'll never be one of us.
Elise, I'm here at Dick's again.
Oh, that's it, dinner gone. A perfectly normal sound, I assure you.
20 Sweetly. He calls us here, and then all he does is pay attention to Katrina. I'm offended. Excuse me. Excuse me. And what are you doing here?
I'm Chloe, and I have no idea what I'm doing here.
Chloe. What sort of name is Chloe? That's not a proper name. And what is that hair? To tell, don't be rude. Some women have hair problems. Well, I just like to know things. And right now, I like to know what we're all doing standing around while Master Crane puts a lovely Katrina and ignores us. Would you rather be home doing chores?
Chores, I almost forgot, Chloe. Master Crane is dining with us tonight. I was skip the table set. Oh, Mother's really here with us. Come on.
What will you tell her?
About what?
About me?
Why, haven't you ever heard of the perennial woman that lived in the shoe and had so many children that she didn't know what to do? That's my mother. She'll never notice another mouth at the table. Now come, we must run.
I'm running, even in a place that's not quite real. When does it stop? Later tonight, can we look at the sky for meteors? Who do you really think that Chloe was, Margaret? Don't worry yourself about her. She's probably just another one of Elise's relations, I expect. One can never keep track of that family. Elise is always bringing in strange visitors. Come on, Margaret. Rehearsal's over. Master Crane simply forgot to mention it.
Choir, to continue. Why, we are alone. Quite alone.
Indeed we are. Do you have anything to say to me?
When I look at you, Katrina, I see cheeks that remind me of cherries, and lips as sweet as strawberries. And then there are pretty hands, as fine as turkey's feather they are, and hair like the silks of corn.
Do I remind you of dinner then, Ichabod?
Doesn't do to be late when the family has prepared supper, and you're the honored guest. I must get you home straight away. We will discuss the fruits of its labors as we walk. Why, do you know, every time I wander past your orchards, my mind is filled with visions of apple butter, apple soup, apple pie, and apple fritters. And then when I walk past your bushes of juicy red raspberries, my mind turns to a delicate, exquisite taste and mixture of tart flavors. Come on now, dinner served. Eat fast now.
I'll eat Master Crane. Elise, are the potatoes peeled? Is the pie in the oven? Is the bread in the oven? Is the pie filling for dessert? Are the tea cakes ready? James, I told you to sleep. Make ready, make ready.
All is done, Mother. Dinner is served.
Are you sure she won't notice me?
Well, where's that hair? Just sit at the far end of your table. Let's be seated. I expect Master Crane coming soon.
Ah, Master Crane, right on time.
I smell a piece of heaven coming from your kitchen, Mrs. Vandelis.
I'm sure it can't compare to the dinner Maria made you. Not 2 days ago.
Your dinner was close to perfection, Mrs. Vandelis. Well, the manners not home, the young tell. It doesn't do to gossip, does it?
Come, Master Crane. You are a walking gazette, Sleepy Hollow you are. You carry more information than local paper you do.
For in fact, I have news. For today, I saw a meteor lying by the schoolhouse.
What a marvelous tale. But if that truly were to occur, who wrote that? Now, tell me about my neighbors. What really goes on in Maria's home?
In truth, those children are a most unmannerly bunch. You know what you tell them, Henry, did during dessert?
What? Prince up! What?
What are you doing? Something funny is about to go on here, and I intend to get to the bottom of it. Why? I'm just the type of person who needs to know what's going on in town. Maybe you can make a mission fun of these. She's always all knowing about everything, always seeing visions. You know, she once told me that I should just be for a change instead of chattering all the time. And so you should. Well, I just need to type things up for myself. That's all. To tell, we shouldn't do this. Yes? How can you not? Everything about her is strange. Even her table manners are odd. How would you know? You don't have any. Why do visitors always end up at pieces? Coming, Mother. Come on, Giselle. Mark my words, Margaret. But I'm going to find out about that strange girl. And when I do, you'll hold your tongue and not spread gossip.
What are we doing here, Brown?
Why, nothing. Nothing at all. I like the quiet of the evening hour, when everyone is at dinner. All is silent and anything can happen.
What do you think?
When all is silent, I like to dream up ways to break the solitude, invade the quiet. Doesn't that interest you?
Of course not.
Washington, you're rather mysterious at times. Always by my side, yet always disapproving.
I don't disapprove. I simply observe. And when all is said and done, I intend to write about you and your escapades. I believe you will be banned from the classroom and will be the scourge of every household. But it will be. In time, I will count as practical jokes one too many.
So, you were with me?
Let's just say I'm not against it.
Let's go and go for a ride. I feel there's mischief in the air tonight, Washington. It's in my bone, deep in my bones.
What do you mean?
Don't you know about old Brown and Sprite, the headless horseman?
Indeed, I have never been told.
Oh, old Brown was the most controversial man. Wasn't he, Elise?
In truth, he was. He wasn't much disbelieved in ghosts.
Ghosts?
One should always believe.
He was just nearing the church bridge when he heard the sound of hoofs behind him. And as quick as you could say, Johnny Rabbit, he was picked up and rolled on the horse. And who do you think it was?
I couldn't say.
The headless horseman, that too, the galloping Hessian of these parts. The what?
The Hessian mercenary, who lost his head in the Revolutionary War around these parts. The poor man galloped one night looking for a house.
He was just nearing the church bridge. And when they reached the church bridge, the headless horseman turned into a skeleton and threw old Brower into a brook, sprang away over the treetop with a clap of thunder!
No!
It's the God honest truth. Old Brower became an enlightened man that day, but he respects the ghosts.
Where is your husband tonight?
In Tarrytown, he doesn't come home late and then he's home. One must respect the headless horseman. Let the headless horseman have midnight knocks on the road. I say, just stay away. I've gone on. I must attend to Washington.
Let me help you with that.
It is a great help you're on Maxon Crane. To hold the babies for a while. I fear I can do little these days. If only we went to touch to the shoulder and him. Let me enjoy the solitude of my patient. Excuse me.
A penny for your thoughts?
The Headless Horseman? Sleepy Hollow? I've heard of this place. It's not real. But how can I be here if it's not real? This is ridiculous. I don't have time for this. I barely have time for things that are real in my life.
One should have time for a bit of fancy, don't you think?
Why is this happening to me?
Doesn't matter. Take the time to experience it because it's real enough. Come, let me show you something.
Master Crane.
Good evening, Paul. You were missed at dinner tonight.
Yes, dinner. Don't you know my serial job looking at Henry's night? Helping me with the, house farm.
Yes, both of those noble things. Or neither. Both, absolutely.
It is arm time now.
You both look like you've been sweeping chimneys, not harvesting corn. Best tell your mother you're home safe for now.
Yes, I had better. Thanks for, dinner.
You're welcome.
See you soon, my Master Crane. Don't be late.
I'm done with the washing up. Paul, you're a frightful mess. What were you doing? Never mind. I don't want to know. Off with you. It's here your bedtime. Rumbo's not right yet. Look at the true process. He does.
He's out early tonight, isn't he, Liesel? Usually he doesn't begin his Halloween until midnight.
He's a very drag man, isn't he?
Yes, he looks like that sort of thing.
Madam Von Lewis, Madam Von Smith, thank goodness I found you. Keep your children in tonight. All of you, please stay by your homes.
Whatever's the matter, Master Monroe?
Yes, do tell.
I saw him. He raced me.
Who? What? Oh no, not him. You raised him?
Who?
The galloping headless horseman of Sleepy Hollow that I've seen.
I don't believe it. Of course, if you mentioned you saw a witch hanging off the tail of meteors, that I might believe. For I've experienced it myself.
Brown going to race the Headless Horseman, not a little bitch.
Who won?
Why, it isn't clear. I was coming home from a jaunt in the neighboring town when all of a sudden I heard a horse close on my heels. Not wanting to be alarmed, I picked up the pace. Soon the horseman did the same. I turned my head a moment and couldn't believe what I saw. A soldier in full uniform hurrying along in the blue of night.
You spin such fascinating tales.
This is no tale, Master Schoolman. This is the God's honest truth.
And did you race him and leave him in the dust?
I did not back down, Henry. No, indeed. In fact, I wagered the apparition that whoever crossed the churchyard first should buy the other a bowl of punch. Well, with that offer, the ghostly figure flew into the night. I followed closely on Daredevil as we rode as one on the wings of the wind. I was about to meet the apparition as some came on suddenly.
Yes. What?
We reached the church bridge, and then in a sudden flash of fire, he vanished.
What did you do?
I did what any sensible God-fearing man would do. I rested my horse at Washington and a pint of ale, and I came to town to warn everyone that the headless horseman was riding, and that all should stay clear of the church bridge.
Interesting, sir. But can anyone attest to it besides yourself?
Why, I can attest to the tale, for Brown came rushed to my house straight after the occurrence.
But you did not actually see the headless horseman.
Not this time.
I understand Master Von Braun is a marvel at spinning tales from air.
Where are you staying tonight, Master Crane?
Why the old Von Ripper's place? Why?
You will meet to cross the church bridge, will you not? Try to get over that bridge quickly, for then and only then are you truly safe.
I've sung my songs, had my dinner, and all is well with me. No ghostly apparition can affect my mood tonight.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're quite confident, Master Crane. I'll not delay you out home any longer. Tomorrow's a school day, I believe.
Quite right, quite right. Thank you for dinner, Mrs. Vandelli. It was an mouth-watering feast. I bid you all a good night.
You're welcome, Master Crane. Mind you don't run into any goblins.
Good night, Master Crane. Have a good day at school tomorrow.
He's nice enough, that Master Crane, but he'll never be one of us.
No, he'll never be one of us.
Come on, Ollie. Mark the hour. Time for bed.
Yes, tell Margaret, Henry, the same goes for you. Giselle, put a bee in your bonnet and move along now. What are you staring at?
Who are you really? A visitor or a witch? You can't possibly believe that. I believe in everything. Absolutely everything. Especially if it affects me.
Giselle!
Coming. Look, it's almost finished.
Me? On me, dear? Very funny. You don't really believe I came that way, do you?
I saw you. I still need to get the colors right, though.
It's too late for that.
Colors still lead, even in the darkness. I love the color of the light. Don't you?
Yes, it's different painting with your plant eyes. They're so intense, they don't understand what you're doing. But I just looked in the mirror one day and didn't see anything, just a tired, pale face. So I decided to add a little zing. Everyone was surprised at me.
Surprises can be fun.
I thought so. I thought so. I remember when I was younger, I used to brush dandelions across my cheek and watch my cheek turn yellow. And during raspberry season, my friend Emily and I, we would take the raspberries and streak them across our lips. We thought ourselves very grown up with our homemade lipstick.
That's a nice memory, Chloe. I hope you always keep your memories close to your heart, especially when you remember tonight. Oh, look, the sun is setting. We must get us ready for the frolic tonight, before you return home soon.
Another vision?
Just a feeling, isn't it?
Master Crane's gonna have connections. You don't know anything about this, do you, Henry?
Why, Margaret, I'm deeply offended that you married your brother before taking such an issue.
Still a socket, Henry. Nobody believes you. I believe in you, Henry. At least a strange visitor probably did this.
At least a strange visitor probably did what?
Oh, Elise, you should see the state of the schoolhouse. It's been wrecked.
Aww.
Elise.
Oh dear, that isn't good. Look at the chimney.
What's happened?
Master Crane! Master Crane!
What? Is there no fire snow? Why are you not making ready for your studies? Someone will get 10 lashes for this.
It's a schoolhouse, sir. It's...
Loosen your tongue, young lady. Breathe deep. Again. Now tell me what's going on.
It's terrible. It's horrible.
Will someone tell me what's going on here?
The schoolhouse has been turned topsy-turvy, sir.
Topsy-turvy?
Yes, all the shelves, desks, and chairs have been turned upside down. It's quite a sight.
The chimney has been stopped up, so we can't build a proper fire.
Who do we think has done this terrible thing?
There's no evidence, so one can't really accuse. Our country was set up like that, sir. You taught us that last week in history.
So I did. You two are very quiet. What do you know about any of this?
Me? Why, nothing. How could you accuse us?
Jatel, do not put words in my mouth. I think I will put my time to better use if I assess the damage inside. We will proceed with the day's lessons after that.
It's all your fault. Me? How does this relate to me? You're not thinking properly. I'm not thinking properly? I'm not thinking properly? What? Pray tell us that mean? It means you're not thinking properly. Everything has gone wrong here. Just look at the schoolhouse.
Jatel, what does she have to do with the schoolhouse? You are way off.
And you, Elise, with your uppity airs, you always thought that you were better than the rest of us. And superior actors.
At least I don't go around falsely accusing people of things they didn't do. You're just a troublemaker and a nasty one at that.
Go get it, Jatel.
Get him a muscle man, Elise.
What's the ruckus? I won't have any trouble during my lessons, will I?
Oh, Master Crane.
Unfortunately, all is as you said, topsy-turvy inside. Where are the other students?
They saw the state of the schoolhouse and went home.
They will receive their demerits tomorrow. As for you, we should put the schoolhouse to rights. All right, come on. What say you, Henry? You feel cleanup is beneath you?
No, it is Halloween, and I mean, what is under cleaning up?
Responsibility, especially if one had part in messing it up.
Henry would. I mean, I almost would. It wouldn't cause harm.
Quiet, Paul.
Master Crane, it is the Halloween frolic at the Fantastic tonight. It would be a kind of slow to go. The other students left when they saw the stage at the schoolhouse. Should they also have a partake in the cleanup?
Really not your master's advice.
Tonight is the Halloween frolic at Katrina's. I momentarily forgot. Unaccustomed as I am to having my afternoons free, I do relish the idea.
So can we go?
Yes, you are excused in honor of this fine occasion. But be prepared to work tomorrow, my fine students.
That Elise is definitely a pain, but she does have a way with words. We're free. What now? Shall I spend the day gazing at the sky for a lost meteor?
The morning light is with us, Chloe. Let me finish my painting of you, and then you can paint me for as remembrance when you are gone.
I remember when I was... What shall we paint with?
There are beautiful paint guys out here. Let's go see some out. Are you coming?
Elise, am I gone from my world? I can't stay here forever.
Tonight is Halloween night, Chloe. There are more shooting stars than we use than any other night of the year. You'll return home soon, I promise. Now come, let's enjoy this beautiful day.
What to do? What to do? Right at the schoolhouse? No, that will be a student's job. Read Cotton Mather's book of history of England witchcraft again? Or is it the lovely Katrina Von Tassels on some pretext or other? Mr. Brown Bones probably thinks I'm the roiled up after my mischief making last night. But I will undermine his efforts with the lovely Katrina. This is going to be an afternoon to remember.
Why, yes, Mrs. I do hope you don't mind if I sit still.
No. Why am I enjoying them after I get the ducks and the geese fed? Getting sure the pie's ready for tonight. And seeing the decorations and the cleaning. And parties are a wondrous amount of work. Are they not, Mr. Van Tassel?
Yes, Mrs. I do believe they are wondrous.
Not that I want you to worry about it. Your labor in the fields is enough as it is. Leave the homes to this, I always say. Your job is what in this manner is enough. Please, leave the home to me, I always say that. Don't I, Mr. Van
most wonderful day. But do I smell quail? Yes. And apple cider mulling? Correct again. And pumpkin pie?
Yes, well, I'll leave you to your discussion of appetizing items. I must attend to my reading.
Surely you didn't come here to smell tonight's menu, Master Crane.
No, I came to speak to you about a church matter.
Church?
Just checking to see if you had any problems with the tricky part you saw me.
Tricky part. Why, no, I didn't find any part tricky.
Good. Very good.
Will anyone be missing you at the schoolhouse this afternoon?
Ah, the schoolhouse. There was a bit of difficulty there today, I'm afraid.
Lucky, what are you going to do in my kitchen? Excuse me. Lucky got me some food last night. Can't have that in there party out here. Lucky, get back in the bar and catch some mice for your dinner.
You're speaking of some difficulties at school this afternoon.
Yes, I expect your good friend Braun was up to some mischief making last night.
Wrong. Why, I don't think this is a good friend.
You don't? You don't?
Coming through.
You could have taken her outside, Master Crane.
Would I? Yes, that would be very nice.
I enter again.
Busy place.
Yes, well, Mother does like to entertain. And one must prepare.
This manor was made for entertainment. The views of its river and valley are unparalleled, and its orchards are there just a giant kitchen with good things to eat, are they not?
Do you cook, Master Crane?
A bit, yes. It is my fervent hope to someday have an orchard like this, and a wife who will make delectable treats from its fruit.
Do you intend your wife to be in the kitchen all day, Master Crane?
Why, no, of course not. She would have other things to attend to, of course. The children.
Children?
6 or 7 will be a help, don't you think?
6 or 7?
Yes. Do you know how much a place like this could fetch?
I have no idea. Finances can be so vulgar.
But it is not the money I speak of, Katrina. It is what one can do with the money. Why, one can buy acres and acres in the hills of Kentucky and have a horse ranch.
A horse ranch in Kentucky?
That seems to me like a suitable occupation for a man.
You have dreams, Master Crane.
We all have dreams, Miss Montazo. Would you care to tell me yours? And then if you'll be so kind, I will tell you mine.
Pardon me, excuse me, there is some work to be attended to before the party. The cows and sheep need to be brought back to pasture, and the geese need to be fed. Please, continue.
Tell me your dreams first, Master Crane. I am still unsure of mine.
I hope you know I don't speak lightly of this, but...
Squirrels in my kitchen? I'll not have it. I'll not have it.
Tom hitching his horse in the barn. Isn't this a nice surprise?
Master Abraham von Brunt.
Master Crane, been easy day at school, I see. You were out early.
Why, yes. On such a fine afternoon, the children should be in the outdoors, don't you think?
Absolutely. And Miss Montasso, I must say you are looking particularly lovely today.
I thank you, Rom, Mr. Von Braun.
Ram has come to discuss a matter of business with me. So if you don't mind, we shall excuse ourselves.
How interesting. I must also excuse myself. I see by the sun it is time for me to make ready for tonight's festivities.
I, too, must go before I overstay my welcome. The Halloween frolics is 7.
Yes, 7. We will see you later then, Master Crane.
You may count on it. I'll be back, Brom. I'll be back. Now, children, none of your mischief today. I gave you the day off. Be off with you now. You don't want to tangle with me. Oh, good afternoon, Washington.
Good afternoon. Hi. Look, if you've seen a ghost.
A ghost? Goodness, no. Why, it's a glorious afternoon. Hardly a playground for goblins.
Not yet, Master Crane. Not yet. But tonight, Halloween night, spirits will make merry.
As will I, sir. Will you come to the frolic?
Of course, the entire village will be there.
Yes, well, I shall take your leave and continue on doing whatever it is you were doing.
Why, I'm speaking all this in, sir. The valley, the river, they almost remember to value what we have been given.
Well, we haven't all been given the same, have we, sir? These pastures, this valley, it all belongs to the Montasso. You and I, what do we have to show for ourselves?
We can pass it to enjoy it, Mr. Crane.
If one owned it, were truly a part of it, then one could really enjoy it.
I don't understand your meaning.
This land represents riches, sir. It has value. It can turn a man's life around.
It turns my life around every time I see it, Master Crane. Look at the color of the light. Who owns is but of little importance to me. The land may be unknown from time to time to the family, but in truth, it enriches us all.
I wish I shared your sentiments, Washington.
I wish you did too, sir.
great yourself.
It's how you are when you laugh, when you observe, when you think. You don't need to add any color. It's all there.
You're thinking of my hair.
Well, it is different.
I just woke up one day and looked in the mirror, and all I saw was a tired, pale face. So I decided to add a little zing. Everyone was surprised at me.
Surprise to be fun.
I thought so. I remember when I was younger, I used to brush dandelions across my cheek and watch my cheek turn yellow. And during raspberry season, my friend Emily and I would brush the raspberries across our lips. We thought ourselves very grown up with our homemade lipstick.
That's a nice memory, Chloe. I hope you always keep your memories close to your heart, especially when you remember tonight. Oh, look, the sun is setting. We must go home and get ready for the frolic night. Where you will return home soon, I promise.
Another vision?
Just a feeling, Dad. Just a feeling.
Von River, you did say that gunpowder, did you not?
Right with you there, man.
He's quite old. I shouldn't have any trouble. Would you mind if I clean him up a bit?
Gunpowders and flowers never did stand for the brushing combs. They're fancy as for them. Just get on and ride.
Just get on and ride. Whoa, gunpowder. Good boy, man. Oh, horse. I must ride gently down to the lawn tassels. Gently. Quiet. Good. I must arrive at my Sunday best for tonight's proposal. For tonight, I make my intentions known to Katrina's father and to the daughter herself. And I believe her to be quite disposed in my favor. What did she say? Ron is no special friend of mine? I like that. I like that very much indeed. To the lawn tassels. No, the other way, gunpowder. The other way. Yes, well, I suppose we can take the longer way, buddy.
Sweet stuff. Your stomach will be much out of sorts in the morning.
Yes, Father.
Lieutenant, it's your turn to come bobbing crumbles. Coming.
Why? Would you look at everyone come to partake in my party? It makes me swim with happiness. It does. Welcome, welcome, sir. Is your horse tied up the barn? Come, partake. We wish to share with everyone.
You do not know how much that warms my heart, Miss Montessor. I've had a long ride here, one that I do not wish to repeat. Thank you for inviting me.
It is all set, Master Crane. Come, enjoy. I have set out platters of ham, smoked beef, and other mild things.
Smoked beef?
And you must try the preserved plums, as well as the peaches and pears. They're especially sweet this year.
Preserved plums?
Now, don't eat too much that you don't have room for the tea table, Master Crane. I have tried donuts, honey cakes, crumbly critters, honey cakes,
Honey cakes?
and bowls of milk and cream, mingled all higgly-piggly.
Mrs. Montassel, is your lovely daughter about?
About, around, and everywhere. She's been quite in demand this evening. Have your supper, and I will seek her out.
That ride to Eshen must have been a thrill.
I expect we'll meet it again, and the outcome will be very different.
Still spinning your little tale about your ride with the headless horseman?
All tales are clear proof that Master Crane. You do not the Hessian was a hired soldier to fight against the Americans.
Of course, for I too have read many books from cover to cover.
You must concede that it has been very distressing for the poor man to have lost his head in the cannonball fire. If I was buried without my head, I'd be searching for it.
I will admit it is a very good story, but just a story. Now I witnessed something extraordinary the other afternoon. After pondering the sight for many days, I finally decided what it was.
And what riddle is that?
I saw a witch fly here on the tail of a meteor.
I see Halloween has quite caught your attention, Master Crane. Meteor's been laid on Earth, it would be destroyed. No, it has been established that witches need broomsticks.
No, I tell you, I saw her in broad daylight.
out here. You better pay attention.
If you prefer, I have a wonder story of a ghost from the native state of my Connecticut.
I'm looking forward to your party, Mr. Van Tassel.
Yes, Elise, it's good of you to come. You and your friend. Please, come, eat, enjoy. Now, Master Crane, you were saying you had a story of a ghost or a story of a witch? Which, Master Crane, which?
Both, if you'll please listen to me. But first, I see someone I must attend to, and I will be back.
Mrs. knocked us all out, she did. Please, enjoy.
Did you hear that about Dopey Martin who was running with the British frigate?
Claims you would have captured him and was gotten at Burks on 6 discharge.
What a wonderful yarn. I don't believe a word of it. Neither do I.
You've got quite the figure on the dance floor, Miss Van Tassel.
Yes, you do. You certainly do.
Why, thank you. I'm happy to hear my age hasn't inhibited my ability.
And the dinner? Quite good enough for kings to feast.
Indeed, kings could feast happily here.
Did you see? Old George brought the sword with the musket ball hidden in the hill.
Again?
What would a party be without old George bringing a sword with a musket ball hidden in the wall? Old George's glory days are over, but I'm glad he didn't live in them.
And to the men like fashion stories and the Revolutionary War.
You are so right, Hazel. They certainly are.
On a night like tonight, it's a wonder they aren't talking about ghost stories.
It's a spooky night, isn't it?
It is.
Why, I declare. Do you see it? Up there. What is it? A shooting star.
Did you see the star, Washington?
Or maybe it was a meteor. Hard to tell from here.
Whatever it was, my found gentleman, it was an omen of good luck, especially to you.
I feel that tonight is the luckiest night of my life. I can feel it down in my bones.
Please, may I finally speak with you alone? Soon, Master Crane, soon. But I must attend to all my guests today.
You! It was you, wasn't it? On the meteor?
Excuse me? Elise? Why, Master Crane, please don't yell against my house. It is most unneighborly.
But I didn't mean
Master Crane, please join us. We were just discussing whether the woman who wants to go to Raven Rock will be out on a night such as this. What do you think?
It's Halloween night, Master Monbron. Please, I must speak with you. I'm quite the expert on witches.
That is no concern of mine.
Listen, you're hearing a witch battle.
Why, wouldn't it be memorable if we had a witch to our party, a goblin to our party?
Why, Mrs. Van Tassel, you may have a witch at your party right now and not even know about it.
Major Andre was picked up in this area, I believe.
Yes, the tree where he hung is just past our orchards. The history of this place is quite overwhelming.
Master Crane, why don't you tell us about that ghost story?
Yes, tell us your tale.
Tell the tale. Tell us the tale.
Every word is true, I can assure you. As a schoolmaster, it is my duty to only impart the truth. My neighbor told of a time when he was driving down a dark, back road late at night. The beginnings of a blizzard was making the road more treacherous than usual. From his wagon, he spotted a small, lone figure out on the road.
Out alone on a terrible night?
Yes, when my neighbor rode up, he found it to be a young girl whose horse had gone lame and she had to walk home alone. He helped her in. The young lady thanked him graciously for his favor, and my neighbor detected a tinge of sadness in her eyes. When she touched my neighbor's hand, he gasped. He felt as if bare bones was touching him.
Oh, that would give me a fright. Please continue.
They managed to get home safely. Because of the late hour, he did not walk her in, but marked where she lived. Having done his good deed, he returned home. The next morning, he decided to see how the young lady was faring. He arrived to the barn and knocked on her door.
Was she there? Was she all right? Quite right. Quite right.
An older couple answered. He asked how the young lady, which he assumed their daughter, was faring. The old woman gasped and ran upstairs.
She died during the night.
The older gentleman walked my neighbor outside and thanked him kindly for his concern. But you see, his daughter had perished in a blizzard years ago when her horse had gone lame and she had to walk home alone. Her ghost still appears on wintry nights. Many have brought her home, but it is too late for her. She is never there in the morning. shift.
To tell Henry, I couldn't say I was surprised. But Margaret, now what's that mean to you?
It's Halloween, Mother. One must perform trickery, or else there's no frolic. And Paul, I might have known, but I see Elise was involved in this. Where is Elise?
I don't know, Mother. I saw her heading towards the churchyard with the witch. Miss, it is the night witches fly about the town.
Churchyard? Witch? Terrible! My darling daughter?
Don't fret. I'll get my horse and we'll be back in an instant with Louise.
Would you rather run by? I'd be ever so grateful.
Yes.
Can I come round? Can I? Come on, Paul, don't turn around the drum.
I think you two will stay here. You've caused enough excitement for one night.
Yes, well, we all have quite a fright, but appropriate for the occasion. Now, please, everybody, Ron will bring Elise back. He is quite capable. Everybody, please, come, eat, enjoy.
Yes, Ram is quite capable. Everyone, come, partake. We're searching for meteors in the sky.
Ron will find Elise, Lizzle. He's a practical joker, our Ron is, but at least he's one of us.
Yes, at least he's one of us.
Please, may we finally speak alone?
Of course, Master Crane. What can I do for you?
It is what I can do for you, Miss Von Tassel. I would like leave tonight to speak to your father about us.
Us?
I believe I have made my intentions toward you quite clear. The special treatment at choir practice, the dropping by your home unannounced so I may be with you. You do understand, don't you?
Why, Master Crane, please, don't go on. What you believe may have occurred between us is just a simple flood of fancy in your heart. You do understand, don't you? I must cease my guest. Thank you for your past kindnesses and your understanding.
Understanding? Yes, quite well. That's that. Suppose I should. Yep, time for me to hurry home. Miss Steele tomorrow, for tonight is quite over.
Is this it? We'll be taken home soon to watch the sky.
This has all been so extraordinary. I still don't know if I believe it all myself.
Believe whatever suits you. For my part, I will see enough to get you.
Nor I you.
Something's coming for you, Chloe. Hang on, hang on. Is this real? This is it, Chloe. Read, read. Can't be. This is it, Chloe. Jump, now. Elise! Don't forget me. Watch the sky and
For you.
I'm fine. Just sometimes it's bad. You should be riding this bus. I have some riding. This is the first bridge.
Steady, gunpowder, steady. We must away from this place. Oh no! Can't it be? I don't know what you want. I can't get away. No!
Chloe, are you all right? Ichabod, is he all right?
I don't know.
Ichabod, no, it's me, Emily. Did you see me? Yes, of course I saw you. That was quite a spill you had. And yuck, you must have smashed a pumpkin on your way down. I don't see how. It's a big hill. But I fell from the sky. Sky? I didn't fall from the sky, did I? No.
Yes.
So you're not real? Of course I'm real. Chloe, I think you need to see a doctor. I'm a headless horseman. Headless horseman? No, Chloe, you need a doctor. You know, one of those people who run around with empty plates on their car? Why are you staring at the trees like that? You look as if you've seen a ghost. I've seen a great many things, actually. Here, take your book. Oh, yeah, the book. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. This isn't your book. Someone must have dropped it. I wonder what happened to yours. Funny. What's that? Hello, Chloe. It's a picture of someone on a planet, or a star, or something. A meteor, Emily. And would you look at that? They look somewhat like you. Isn't that extraordinary? Yes, extraordinary. Thanks, Elise. What? Nothing. You're right. We should be headed back. Well, we had better hurry. Don't want to miss those buses. Let's walk back slowly and take it slowly. There will just be another bus to New York. Are you sure you're all